Hey, what's up, fasters? Dr. LeGrand here for another update video on my 2-week results of doing alternate day fasting. I'm super excited to share my results, my struggles, what I've been doing as far as exercise, eating, all those things, so that you guys can get motivated if you guys want to also follow my journey of losing 40 pounds. So before anything, let's go ahead and hit this intro and let's get started. So before we dive into the results and everything about me doing my alternate day fasting for the past 2 weeks, if you are new here and want to follow my journey and also learn all about different fasting techniques, we talk about it all here on this channel. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Give us a like if you like this video, as well as hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any other future videos that we do on this channel. So first, let's go ahead and dive in the results. As you get into doing alternate day fasting, the very first week, you'll see a pretty significant drop like I did. I lost about 7 pounds with doing alternate day fasting. Now, how am I doing alternate day fasting? If you're new with this first video and new to the channel, basically what I'm doing is 36-12. So I'm fasting for 36, maybe even up to 40 hours. And then usually we'll eat in a 10-hour window span roughly. And so how I'm doing that is basically alternating those days and making sure that I'm also consuming foods on the days that I do eat, that it's actually with a performance of not consuming so much, trying to keep in my portion sizes down low, because in the past I've always consumed a little too much on my feeding days and haven't seen the results like I have in the past when I was younger, because as you get older, metabolism doesn't work as well. So I'm trying to keep my portion sizes down to a more minimum, but I'm also consuming foods that I actually do still enjoy, but also trying to eat less. So for the second week, let's see here. I think if I remember correctly, 1 week into it, I lost 7 pounds. I went from 239, which is huge. I was 1 pound from being in the obese category, which is really embarrassing. But lost 7 pounds, so I was at 232. And so today I'm actually at 226.4 pounds. So not 7 pounds, so lost, a little bit over than 5 pounds. And I still find that as a very accomplishment because, like I said, usually first week you're going to see anytime when you're doing any kind of diet or fasting, anything like that, usually the first week you're going to see the most drop. Sometimes, when you get into the second week and further, it's not going to be as much, but I still find, losing more than 5 pounds is a big jump for me. So losing about 13 pounds is huge in just 2 weeks of doing alternate day fasting. That's pretty significant. Now, things I have done differently as far as my exercise routine, I know the week before I was working out probably about 4 to maybe 5 days out of the week. Usually 2 of those days I would be doing lifting weights and doing variances of that, of strength exercise. And then the other days I would be doing running. Now, what I've changed this past week is I've actually done 6 days out of the week that I'm actually exercising. And some of the days that I'm doing strength exercise, I'm also doing running as well. I usually will run for about 30 minutes and usually we'll go to the gym for about 45 minutes doing strength exercise. So this has definitely increased. What's nice is to see that, when you're first getting back into running, like I have done this multiple times, you feel very out of shape. I would have to stop multiple times now after just 2 weeks into it, which I find pretty significant. And this might have to do with maybe having to do alternate day fasting, is I don't have to take breaks for running for 30 minutes, even going uphill a lot of the time. I'm able to continually run, and that's really big for me to be able to, in just 2 weeks, to get back into shape. Usually it takes me about a month or so when I'm not doing something like alternate day fasting. Now, as far as what I do, when I'm consuming foods, it's pretty much the same. I will always break my fast with usually some broccoli, some healthy fats, and maybe some cucumber, maybe some mini peppers, stuff like that. And then I'll wait about an hour or so, maybe even 2 hours before I consume like meats, other proteins and stuff like that. And usually at the tail end, if I am craving something, usually I'll have my cravings more towards the tail end of my window span. So I'm not craving it so much on my, fasting days. I find this to be very helpful. Also, what I think I did differently that might have made a difference with the weight is I did more fasting days with water versus dry fasting. I think the very first week I was doing a little bit more dry fasting. This week I decided to, kind of mix it up a little bit. Now, the struggles that I have faced, I'll be honest, this second week into it, I feel like it was a little bit more harder to resist the temptations, even though I successfully did. I did not break any of my fast improperly. I did not, only went 24 hours. I would always do 36 at least, and sometimes even 40 hours before I actually jumped into my feeding day. I would say the most difficult time was when I had my feeding day, where I might have overeaten. It was a Sunday. We made ham, so really good ham from Costco. I really like that ham. They had a sale, and so I might ate a little too much on that. And then we made homemade crepes. So there, my weight went up a little bit. It was a little bit frustrating to kind of see that, especially just splurging just a little bit. I know a lot of people get really frustrated with this. I do. Is when I just splurge a little bit, it's like, goodness, what is wrong with my body? Why, if I just splurge a little bit, I tend to gain a significant amount of weight? Like, I think it went up like another 2 pounds. It's like, really? So I had to work on it, being still careful as I'm going. And these are just struggles that you deal with. And in research, a lot of people who struggle with alternate day fasting, it takes, the very first 2 weeks. So now I'm past the 2 weeks. I'm just hitting up 2 weeks. So I'm hoping this next week, it's not as much of a struggle, not as much temptation of trying to break your fast. But I've been able to do it, and I'm down 13 pounds, and my goal is to lose about 40 plus pounds. So I'll update everybody each week. I might skip a week here and there, but as far as updating you guys, but I'll make sure to keep you guys posted on my journey. So I'm curious, are you guys doing alternate day fasting? Leave that in the comment section below if you have any questions. And if you want to follow my journey to losing 40 plus pounds with alternate day fasting, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you have not already, and also check out this video over here of my first week results, as well as some of these other alternate day fasting videos. So until next time, this is Dr. LeGrand signing out. Thanks. Bye.